For a long time, trains have been powered by steam engines, with the locomotive equipped with a boiler that heats water through the burning of fuel, mostly coal, to produce the steam needed for propulsion. However, there also exists another type of non-fire steam locomotive, such as the Polish 1U non-fire steam locomotive. Conventional locomotives are powered by either steam, internal combustion engines, or electric motors, each with its own advantages and disadvantages. The most obvious drawback of steam-powered locomotives is the large amount of visible fire or high-temperature smoke, which is generally not a problem under normal circumstances, but must be considered for safety when working in hazardous areas such as refineries and chemical plants. In the 1950s, in response to the aforementioned issue, the Central Design Office for Locomotive Vehicle Industry in Poland developed a special industrial non-fire steam locomotive, the 1U, specifically designed to work in industrial environments with a high risk of fire. Starting from 1956, a total of 35 units were produced in Poland, with the longest-serving one reportedly in use until 2000. The power principle of the 1U remains the same as conventional steam locomotives, but its steam supply method is different. The locomotive, measuring 8.6 meters in length, has a large pressurized storage tank at the front. The locomotive needs to replenish high-pressure steam and a small amount of hot water in a relatively safe boiler room. Typically, traditional industrial areas have boiler rooms, so this is not a problem and can also reduce operating costs. The total capacity of the locomotive's steam storage tank is 14 cubic meters, capable of withstanding a pressure of 1.5 MPa. The tank is constructed with glass wool and a double-layer structure similar to a thermos to reduce heat loss. Refilling takes about half an hour, and the locomotive can continuously operate for 3 hours when fully loaded with steam, with a maximum theoretical working time of about 6 hours. However, in reality, the locomotive needs to bear a load, and its speed varies, causing the steam consumption rate to be faster than the theoretical rate. As a vehicle for internal use in factories, the 1U differs significantly from conventional locomotives. For example, it is shorter and uses a two-axle structure with a wheelbase of 2.5 meters, allowing it to pass through curves with a radius of 60 meters, much smaller than the standard for commercial railways. The shortcomings of this locomotive are also apparent, as its steam pressure decreases with use, and the steam engine can only output a power of 300 horsepower. The maximum speed of the locomotive is only 30 km per hour, and it cannot compare to conventional steam locomotives in terms of traction capacity and operating distance, making it suitable only for small-scale internal use. These 1U non-fire steam locomotives were dispersed for use in industrial areas across Poland, but some of them had a short service life. From the 1970s, Poland began to replace the 1U with internal combustion locomotives, with a few still in use until around 2000, and a few preserved as museum exhibits. However, Poland did not only have this type of non-fire steam locomotive, as it did not have much technological content in itself. Some conventional industrial steam locomotives were converted into non-fire steam locomotives.